Okay, Capricorn, we are going to go ahead and jump into your channeled message. Um, During meditation, I received 6 words and or phrases, which are audacity, Uranus, or Uranus, as some people like to say now, level up, cement, you gonna learn today, and make me proud. So let's go ahead and get started and see what your actual messages are. Okay, the first one that I'm actually guided to is the phrase, make me proud. I'm hearing Mary. Is that a name or is that about the actual ceremony? Mary. It's a name. I'm hearing Mary Magdalene. Okay. And I'm hearing look it up. I'm hearing the great descendant. So some of you guys are direct descendants of Mary Magdalene. I don't know why at the same time I was hearing something about the artist formerly known as Prince. So I'm getting the sense that she must have had another name, another identity. But I was guided to look it up. And of course it says of all the disciples, she, Mary Magdalene, is the only one who fully understands what Jesus is teaching and can reproduce it in her own life. I'm hearing something about walk by faith, and that's really making me feel like whoever you are, I'm hearing heart of gold. So you're not someone who just talks about morals and values and beliefs. I'm hearing walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it, like you walk the walk, you talk the talk, but you walk it. If you have been wondering why it is that you are not permitted to get away, I'm hearing get away with murder, right? Like, what in the world? Like infidels, like these infidels is what I was hearing. That's why. It is because you are a direct descendant of Mary Magdalene. It is ingrained. I'm hearing the Holy Grail. It is ingrained in you. Yes. And this must be, I heard the word ancestor. I'm hearing spirit world, spirit realm. She watches over you. She guides you. I'm being guided to say that, and I feel really sad, but for some of you guys, you feel like you go unnoticed. Like, I'm being guided to, like when if anyone watches like tarot readings, Capricorn is equated with devil and devil energy. Someone feels like out of all of the good that they do, somehow they're only recognized or people only notice when they do something against the grain. Because I don't want to say you do something bad, because it's not bad. It's more like you do something different or do something out of the ordinary or do something unexpected that people don't agree with, is what I'm getting. I'm hearing all of your good deeds are not going unnoticed. I keep hearing, so yeah, your good deeds are not going unnoticed and you're not alone. Someone needs to know that. And back to, it actually says, make me proud. I'm hearing it more like you make me proud. So you have several guides and ancestors that are watching over you. But of course, I'm getting that Mary Magdalene is, I'm hearing ride or die. So that's cute. I love it. Thank you. Anything else? Audacity. I'm being guided to move forward to audacity. I'm hearing live with the audacity. This is a season where remember, as I said, like some of you guys feel like you're only being noticed for things that are like against the grain, and like that maybe perhaps people don't agree with. I'm getting the sense of like you're just around the wrong people. You're around the wrong people. You're at a certain level that they just have not, wow, they just have not reached. And that's okay, right? If you feel like you've been trying to pull people up, I'm getting the sense of like, please be careful. Because when people are several levels underneath you spiritually, it's like they have a greater ability of pulling you down than you have of pulling them up. There's something about, push pull or something like that. Something I'm also hearing something about gravity. I mean, I don't know. The laws of gravity. The gravity of a situation. I don't know. And I say that because I'm being reminded of like, being in education when we differentiate instruction, so to speak. Like there are certain rules that you want to kind of abide by when it comes to pairing students up, because if you pair a student who's super high, right, with a student who is super low, all that does is it leaves both parties extremely frustrated. Yeah. Someone needs to know when to cut their losses. And I feel like I've gone off on a tangent, but because I was just guided to look back down at the actual word, which is audacity. You guys are being asked to live with all the audacity, like all the audacity in the world. Do not limit yourself. Do not allow others to perpetuate their fears onto you, making you feel the need to play small, to accommodate them. You're not here to accommodate small-minded people. Okay. Cement. And it's weird because I was hearing cement and concrete at the same time, but I was guided to write the actual word cement. Okay. I was guided to look up what is the difference between cement and concrete, because like I said, I heard both of those words at the same time, but I was guided to really write cement, which leads me to believe that the focus is on cementing something. But see, it says that the difference is concrete is much more durable than cement itself. Concrete is used for larger projects, while cement is used for smaller jobs, including minor repairs. So I'm kind of getting the sense, I'm hearing something about standing on business, right? I'm getting the sense that some of you guys are meant to stand firm, to stand on business, on things that matter the most, right? But at the same time, like, don't get stuck in your way of thinking, in your way of being. There needs to still be some level of flexibility. You still need to be open to some level of growth, of expansion, so to speak. Renovation. There's something about renovation. Yeah. Something about a solid foundation. There's something about you building a solid foundation, but being ready to pivot, because you don't want it to be so like rock hard and solid that you can't make any changes, because you're going to grow. As you grow, you need some type of flexibility. For some of you guys, this has to do with like a business or some type of work that you do. I'm being like, I'm hearing something about niching down, right? So for some of you guys, if you are like, if you've started a business or you know, whatever, like it's kind of like, and even for yourself, like it's kind of like, don't pigeonhole yourself into a certain category, right? To the point to where you can't get out and you can't experience other things. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at level up. And I feel like some of you guys are looking at ways that you can level up your, I was about to say life, but I'm hearing lifestyle. For some of you guys, I'm hearing something about balling on a budget. I feel like it's kind of like quality versus quantity. Some of you guys are being guided to focus more on quality, on the quality of your level up. Like you don't have to be so quick, right? I'm seeing Super Mario Brothers, if you guys remember that. I think it's the third world where you're jumping on that turtle's back so you can get all these lives, right? These hacks, but also where you know, like there were some other things that you could do to skip levels. But it's like you don't want to skip too many levels, because some of those levels that you skip, you miss out on getting some really good things to help you along the journey on the game, right? Because I'm being reminded, I don't know, but I think Super Mario, like Mario Brothers, that original, like you could automatically jump to world 3, 4, or 5 or something like that. But if you go straight to 5, like world 3 is where you're jumping on that turtle's back to get all those lives. So you miss out on those goodies. Yeah, you don't want to miss out on some of those goodies. I'm also like, I'm hearing something about cheaper experience. Like that's not what you're being, that's not what is the preference for you. I'm hearing micro dosing. So it feels like the advice or the guidance is for you, like whoever's watching you, whoever's guiding you, I don't know, they want you to experience, like you may not, for example, like you may not be able to travel as often as you would like, but the preference is, rather than going on a bunch of cheap, sorry, inexpensive trips, right? Inexpensive, like, you know, semi-local trips or low quality, low budget trips. They want you to, you know, like whittle it down to like one really good, luxurious trip. In this case, they do want you to put all of your eggs in that one basket as it relates to that particular topic. There's something about the experience of it that actually is going to help you level up quicker than, I'm hearing facade, right? So like, it's kind of like you get a whole bunch of inexpensive, low budget trips. And I don't know why I'm using this as the example, but it's kind of like, you know, on the outside looking in, I'm hearing looks can be deceiving. So it looks like you really got something going on, but then you're not really able to go out on these excursions. You're not getting, like, I'm seeing someone like at a spa getting, you know, massages. Like you're not living that luxurious lifestyle that really is a part of your level up. There's something about that for someone. I keep hearing make me proud. It's time for you to reinvent who you are and live as you were predestined to live. This is a creation of your design. Play however you want. But the key, the main objective is to live without restrictions. You are meant to freely move about this lifetime without limits. Wake up to what we have been telling you to do. We are everywhere, and we will not leave you to suffer alone. Do not fear solitude. It is very temporary. Okay. 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 Okay, I'm guided to move to Uranus or Uranus, whichever one, whichever way you prefer to pronounce it. I'm getting strong. It's like a lot of energy. It's really itchy too. Oh. Okay. Okay. Uranus, I'm being guided to the keyword rebellion, but it says Uranus gives a strong impulse for rebellion, independence, and even shock. And while I was looking at the word shock, I heard shock factor, shockingly divine. There's something about this rebellion, and change is coming. And it's linked to this audacity. You're not meant to just fit in with the crowd. You have been set apart for a reason. And some of you may be struggling with this. I'm hearing community. You need to either find a community or create one, because it's kind of like you better believe there are more people like you that would love to meet you. I'm hearing rebelling against the status quo, waiting for permission. I'm getting that the guidance is for you to stop waiting for permission. You don't need any outside permission. I'm hearing you can do it, or you can do it, or something like that. Give yourself permission. I'm hearing access denied, but it sounds like it's part of, it sounds like a program, right? There's some type of programming that you're still living by, you're still living under, that makes you feel like you need some type of permission to do what it is that you want to do. But I'm also getting Uranus or Uranus, that some of you guys need to look at your actual birth chart and see what sign you have in Uranus. There's something about it's going to give you a better, like a broader perspective of something. I'm hearing, I have the power. And I was also hearing something about, and knowing is half the battle. I'm hearing arming yourself with knowledge. So, I mean, really, you guys need to check this information out, because it's really about learning more about yourself and how you operate and why you do the things that you do, or why you respond in certain ways. It's going to help, like, that understanding. Like, first, it's like the first step. What is this? There's something about, is that alcoholic AA? The first step is admitting that you have a problem, but this is more like admitting. This might be looking at that particular planet and the sign that you have in it, and look at the positive and the so-called negative. Look at the strengths and the weaknesses, right? The light aspects and the shadow aspects. And there's something about you forming a way to integrate them. There's something about marry again. So this is about marrying them. Because the key is for you to live with balance. It's not for you to eliminate either aspect. We do not recommend living a one-sided existence. It weakens the soul. Okay. We would like for you to wake up and know thyself. Work out any way that withholds your true nature. Yeah. Okay. You are beautifully designed and sculptured, molded with one make. You guys, your message is really long. I mean, I know I have, yeah. And you do have like a lot more channeled energy. You guys are super connected, so connected. Sorry to have waited so long to wake you. We'll take it from here. I think we only have one phrase left, and it is, you gonna learn today. Yes, you gonna learn today. What's next? I'm getting the sense of like someone, you have like a to-do list or like a bucket list, or I'm hearing a list of extraordinary events that make me feel nervous. Won't you? I just saw 3 butterflies. It was like a blue one, but they're like baby blue, like a powder blue. A blue one. There was like a pink one, like a neon, like a really bright hot pink or something. And then another powder blue or baby blue or something like that. There's 3 of them. The pink one was larger than the blue ones, and they had like silver, it looked like silver glitter on the wings. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm being guided to look something up. Okay, it says, when you see 3 butterflies, take this to mean that the universe is telling you to change for the better. Wasn't there a part of the message about reinventing yourself? It says change is a part of our lives, and no person can ever claim that they have remained the same for all these years. We're much like the butterfly. We transform significantly over time. Time, space, and circumstances can change any of us. But what the universe wants to tell you is that while change is inevitable, you should also strive to change for the better. Remember, we talked about like not doing things like, for example, those trips, like doing a bunch of cheap ones, settling for a bunch of cheap ones with little to no good quality experiences, when you can have one really good luxurious quality experience, like not, and that's just making me like not changing just for the sake of changing. Like there needs to be some type of purpose. It has to have some type of meaning. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It says the heavens want you to transform in a meaningful manner. You should aspire to be a better person rather than just change for the sake of just changing. There's always room for improvement, and may you remember this when you come across 3 butterflies. So there's always room for improvement. Yeah. And while I was saying that, I was hearing it gets better than this. It gets better than this. Why do I keep... Is that part of the channeling? Okay. Never mind then, you guys. I was asking a question about why I keep feeling certain things, and it's a part of channeling the messages. So, and I'm kind of getting the sense of like, don't be afraid to ask. Number one, for what you want, but don't be afraid to ask questions. Yeah. Because sometimes the unknown is really what we fear, but yet, and still, there's a fear surrounding asking questions. Any other messages for Capricorn? Wow, this is long. Okay. Pray. Someone needs to work on their prayers. I'm seeing someone journaling. So like you can write like in your journal, like you can write those prayers down like in a journal. You don't have to speak them or whatever. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that these messages were helpful. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love you and have a beautiful day. Bye now.